Hello and welcome to today's video. I would like to do something that I've been wanting to do for a long time, which is ranking all of the Pokemon games. Obviously, I'm talking about the main series one, not like Mystery Dungeon, Colosseum. First, because I haven't played most of these games and I wanted to do maybe a video separately on that later. But for now, let's start with these games. So we start in a chronological order, which means we'll start with the first generation of Pokemon, which is Pokemon Yellow, Pokemon Red, and not to forget Pokemon Blue. So I'm putting these straight at not played, and I really don't want to rate them because, yeah, first of all, I haven't played them obviously, but secondly, it's pretty hard for me to judge these old games because when I grew up, I played like the oldest game that I played originally when it was out was Pokemon Emerald, and that makes it pretty hard for me to like judge over the old games. But I think for their time they were pretty revolutionary because they were the first Pokemon games. And yeah, same goes for Pokemon Crystal, Pokemon Gold, and Pokemon Silver. Yeah, kind of the same story. I haven't really played these. I've watched a few Let's Plays of them, but nothing too spectacular for me. These old games, they have no value in playing because I think in both of these two cases, the remakes are better, which we'll obviously come to later. But for now, they're good here. They're obviously in no particular order, because that would be unfair because I haven't played any of these yet. So now by getting these out of the way, we can start. So, Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire. So for me, I'll have to put them straight on B tier, which is like the average tier, I would say. In terms of Pokemon, it's pretty hard to say which is average because I've liked most of the games. I would say average is probably somewhere around C. Like D, I would probably say is under average, and C is about where I would say it's okay. These games are okay, so they're definitely above average. So I've enjoyed playing them a lot when I was younger. I replayed them a few times, and for me they are solid, good games. I like the Hoenn region. I like the two legendaries, Groudon and Kyogre. I think really great. The evil team is still okay, not like in the new games, but we'll get to that later. So overall, pretty solid. Nothing to complain. Yeah, and there we go with the first like special edition of the third generation, which I'm gonna be honest, I'll have to put it as no doubt about that. It was one of the first. I'm not sure if it was the first Pokemon game I've ever played, but one of the first most definitely. And this is just a great game. I mean, I already love Ruby and Sapphire, but I really love Emerald. Like combining these two stories, then adding an extra legendary to it, which is just straight up my favorite legendary Pokemon. And what else can I say? It was just the perfection of the third generation. I love playing it. I love the characters. I love the evil teams, both of them. I love the story. I love the cutscene when Rayquaza came in and stopped Groudon and Kyogre from fighting. Um, yeah, it's just I love this game. Yeah, so Generation 3 done. Let's go with Generation 4, which obviously is in first place, Pearl and Platinum. And I'm gonna put these two to A tier. Yeah, the first games for the Nintendo DS, and I gotta say it was really, really well done. So these two games were perfect. I think they still have some issues like the slow surfing, which was fixed. I'm not sure if it was fixed in Pokemon Platinum or in Pokemon Heart Gold and Soul Silver. The slow health bars, just things like that made it not possible to put it on S here. And what else can I say? The Sinnoh region by far my favorite region. It's just so big. It has so many nice areas that you can uncover. Um, the two legendaries were pretty nice. By the way, I'm ranking these two games also just based off on the legendary. So here I like Puggy a little bit more than Dialga, and here I like Roland a little bit more than Kyogre. Um, and they were really great. I think they were also one of my first few games, and I used to play Pokemon Pearl. I really love it. The Evil Team was great. The engine was so great. It was nice to see on a DS. Um, just heartwarming. There's not, except from what I said at the beginning, there's nothing bad to say about these games. So then, Pokemon Platinum. Yeah, this one was hard because I would probably put it here for now because I really love Pokemon Platinum. It is like they fixed a few mistakes from here. For example, like the surfing part, which I'm not too sure about, but like the overall going around thing, like the, I don't know if it was the third gym, which was like the fifth one here. They fixed that, so it was a lot more enjoyable. Um, they just combined the story of these two and then added Giratina to it. Just an amazing job, and this game includes everything I love about the Sinnoh region. Um, I'm not too sure. Maybe for later we could put it here, definitely behind Sapphire, Sapphire Emerald. Sorry. Um, yeah, but for now it's good there. So then there were two games that were really special to me because one of them was, I believe, my first or second. I'm not too sure if Emerald or this one was my first. Pokemon Heart Gold and Pokemon Soul Silver. And they are by far, I'm already gonna spoiler that, they are the best Pokemon games, I think, so far. They've just done everything right with the remake that you could have done from this year. It's just it's amazing. Pokemon walking behind you, faster surfing from this one, faster health bars. The overall graphic looked very nice. You were able to do so much even after you were completed the main story, battled the Elite Four for the first time, fight champion. You could still go to Kanto. You could explore so many things, and then at the end, like in these original games, you were able to find Trainer Red. Like this is just the perfection of a Pokemon game, I think, and this is why I've seen it on so many tiers and on so many people's opinion on these games, and I couldn't agree more. It's absolutely fantastic what I think they have done to these two games. Also, the Pokewalker that you can see was a fun time, not something I take into consideration here, but it was funny. I used to play with that in school, and God, yeah, it didn't always work out so well for me. The teacher didn't really like when I just play with it, but whatever. Yeah, so done with Generation 4. We'll hop on to Generation 5, but before we do that, I've just seen that I forgot Pokemon Fire Red and Leaf Green, which I'm gonna post like that. Yeah, they were one of the few games I played a little bit later, actually on my laptop, which where I was using a GBA simulator, and I really like those games. I think they are above above average for sure. Um, there's not much I can say to these because I know people have a special relationship because of these two games. Obviously, wearing the first two releasing, I just thought that the general plot, like it's not that. Maybe after thinking about it, I would put them above Ruby and Sapphire because the original plot, the original villain Giovanni, the original character Red, the original Starus, that's the special thing about it, and I really enjoyed those games. I think you could like mix these two up however you want, and it would still turn out great. I wouldn't have them as great as Platinum, Pearl, and Diamond, but still definitely above average and very good games. Yeah, now we can move on to Generation 5. Generation 5, Pokemon White and Black. So, This one is pretty hard for me because I know the first time playing it, I really didn't enjoy the a lot of it. The graphics weren't really nice. I wasn't a fan of the overall style they implemented in Generation 5, but I loved the story. I think everybody did because it was just horrendous how N and the whole Team Plasma thing went on. But a few new Pokemon designs, obviously. Especially the map and the region is so the Unova region is very very badly designed. I do not like it, and that makes me like put them somewhere around here. We'll see later where they end up, but now I would say these are probably the first two games somewhere around average. I wouldn't say above because that would be totally unfair to some other games you'll see later on. But for now, let's put them here. On the other hand, there is Pokemon Black and White 2, where where I would say these are then a little bit better than the original ones. I really don't like the whole fusion with Kyurem thing, but like the map is a little improved. The lack of new Pokemon is really fixed by implementing some old ones into the main game. I think some of the characters were better. There's obviously N returning. There's the new Team Plasma, which is okay in terms of story. Like these two are better, but in terms of everything else, these two games, I think would take the lead when I would compare them directly. So yeah, let's put it like that for now. All right, now, yeah, Pokemon X and Pokemon Y. I was not a fan of these two games. Like really not a fan. Um, they were too easy. The design was okay, but the first one on the 3DS, I think it could have been a little more special. Uh, I think the region overall is okay. The best thing obviously brought with these games to us is Mega Evolutions, the absolute genius, very good move, which I'm still hoping they will bring back and somehow in the future, but for now, um, it's fine, I guess. But really, these games were so easy. They were so easy. The characters were so bad. The story was so horrible. It wasn't like from the when you can spot the main villain from the like first seconds and you can see where the story is going, it's just not exciting at all. And here I think it was definitely the case. Yeah, then the remakes of Pokemon Sapphire and Ruby. And I gotta say, I have to put these ones right here. Um, these remakes were, in my opinion, better than the original games, designed so well. The implementation of Mega Evolutions helped them out so much. It brought new life to this region by giving some of the old Pokemon Mega Evolutions. I really love these games. Thinking about it, I would probably even say Platinum might still be a little better, but Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, beautiful games. I spent so many days playing these games. Online battles were exceptional and so exciting. I remember using my Darkrai, just getting everyone to sleep and making people quit the online battles. It was so funny. But yeah, what else can I say? Obviously, the region is very nice, a lot of water, but I think they made up for a lack of exciting Pokemon by implementing a lot of things. And yeah, very, very good games. Yeah, so now it's getting a little more interesting by going on to Generation 7. Starting by Pokemon Sun and Pokemon Moon. So there are a few things about these games, and I really have them that low because of one main reason. I think the remakes were way better and so much nicer than the original ones. And I'm not comparing like I played these two first and then these two. I'm like thinking about it in a way that when I would buy these games as a new player and I would have played these two or played these two. And honestly, in that comparison, I would say Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon are by far the superior game. Not just because of the new legendary Pokemon Necrozma, but because of the difficulty. This is what I've already mentioned in X and Y. I think in Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire it was mostly handled okay, but these games were still not a lot challenging. And then Sun and Moon, they were way too easy in my opinion. They were way too easy. Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon were a lot harder, especially the boss battle at the end against Ultra Necrozma. There was just this made me speechless because after playing these two games and having like no fun being challenged from anyone was yeah quite boring. So at the end I'm quite happy that these two turned out better, but I gotta say that it was just not fun to play. I would rank them higher, but the plot was mostly the same. The story was it was the same thing just and better, and that this is what really stops me from like putting them somewhere here or even in the A tier because it was not a lot of new content. So, Generation 8 not quite, but Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. Yeah. So these two, I've thought about it and I'm sure I would put them somewhere here, I'd say. These two were the first new games on the Nintendo Switch, and I really enjoyed playing them. Especially talking about one because I haven't played Let's Go Eevee. But Let's Go Pikachu was really great experience. Starting in the city where everything started, where these two games started, and even after playing Fire Red and Leaf Green, I really felt it different now. And while I do think these games are way too easy. This is like from in terms of challenging, these are almost as bad as X and Y, I'd say. But this is just so well designed. You go into the first region to Kanto, you go back there, you experience so many new things. Pokemon are again walking behind of you. Uh, it's just great to see all those things happen. Your individual starter, Pikachu, Eevee, and no special moves. You can catch a lot of great Pokemon and teach them moves that were originally not available in Kanto. And the story is alright. I think the rival is okay. Rest of the story stays the same, but the graphics and the whole style playing on the Switch, it was really great experience, and I spent many hours playing those games. So, last but not least, I'll rank the newest two games, Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield. Yeah, this one was really a tough choice for me because originally I wasn't really too sure where to place them. Not just by what's out of the game right now, but I think there will be like the Game Pass for these two games, which will add new content to them, so like a DLC. And for now, I think I will place them on the C tier. They are a little, of course, a little above average. Um, like in terms what people said before the games even came out that they would be shit and the worst Pokemon games ever is obviously not true. Um, I like the overall design, I would say. The region is beautiful. The region is so like it goes into an open world style, which I really like. But the nature zone is so badly designed. I really don't like it. There is the rival, which I think he is okay. Actually, he's not too bad. I got my mind changed on that by watching some sort of video explaining why he is actually a good rival, and I kind of agreed. Um, but overall, they are just there's a lack of content there, which I think is the main reason they added those game passes and will add a lot more content to the game. Because from the seventh gym, you just walk straight to the eighth gym. At the end, there is so much happening. It doesn't really build up to anything at the beginning. You just see random things happening, and you're like, okay, this is gonna be important, I guess, this one. And then at the end, suddenly everything escalates, and there is like this giant Pokemon, and then there is this problem there, and you just gotta go there and there. The post game is okay. It's like nothing special, but again, I think we have to wait for the DLC coming. I think if the DLC is good and makes a good job, I wouldn't mind placing them somewhere here in B tier. I think for them getting into A tier, they must add so much content that all the lack of difficulties, let me say it that way, um, gets fixed. Like not having every Pokemon in the Pokédex, which I think they will change mostly, but I'm not sure if they add everyone to the game. And let's see about that. Then I would maybe put them somewhere here, probably B tier. I don't know where exactly. Probably above or between. I think somewhere here they could end up, depending on how the games are. So clearly the winner, Pokemon Heart Gold, Soul Silver. Obviously Heart Gold I like a little bit more because that was the one I played, and I think Ho was a little cooler than Lugia. But that's just my opinion. And like these two games, they are just the worst. I think they were so easy, and except for Mega Evolutions and the new console, they didn't really make up for anything. C tier, I think this is like, I would say they are all above average. The average is somewhere here. And now it sounds strange, but like in terms of Pokemon games, all of these are so nice and all of them were fun to play. Even them were fun to play, but they were just, in comparison to everything else, they were just so bad. And I would even say all of them were worth playing them, but like these were more disappointing, and everything single one of them I thought at the end, yeah, I will play that again. I never played these ones again actually. Yeah, then the C tier is average or above average, most definitely. Then this is like, these were good games. I really like them. Obviously better than average for sure. These ones were really great games. I loved playing them, played them multiple times. A lot of things were great done here, and then obviously S tier being the most superior Pokemon games of all time. Having the most fun playing again and again over and over. Um, what else can I say? Thank you for watching. It's my first one for the April. Let's see how this turns out. And for now, I'm out. Thank you for watching.